My name is Queenie and you are watching Casa ni Grenze. Hi you guys, another day here at the casa, and today is the night before Thanksgiving. So that means the kitchen is chaotic. We have to prep everything for the Thanksgiving day. And of course, what is Thanksgiving Day without a turkey? This is the star of the show. And today, lucky you, my Filipino, American, and international viewer, because I am going to show you a traditional, of course, preparation for the turkey, plus with a little bit of a spin because I am Filipino, so I always incorporate my heritage, okay? So, young turkey, this is just a small one because it's just the four of us, and you know, my mom doesn't really eat turkey that much, but for the sake of Thanksgiving, and this is the start of the Thanksgiving table back in the days and even now, so we are making some turkey. Today, I'm just going to show you how to brine the turkey, okay? And then I'm going to load this video, but then I'm going to show you the little bits and pieces of the Thanksgiving here itself. That's going to be a day after Thanksgiving, but this will be shown for how to brine the turkey so others can also see this and can have an idea on what and how to brine their turkey. So, without further ado, let me introduce you to the ingredients. So, we have the frozen turkey, of course. We have the water here for brining. This is 10 cups of water. And later on, I'm going to add an ice cube or a big ice or a chunk of ice that I, already have in the freezer. We're gonna put that in here later on to cool it down because, of course, obviously you cannot submerge your turkey straight there. But I'm gonna use a big ice that I made in a Ziploc bag just to cool it down. Okay, so I'm gonna wash my hand first because I keep touching the turkey, and salmonella is a bad thing, so you should always handle turkey with caution, okay? Because it's a poultry, so we're gonna have to do that right now. All right, make sure your hand is clean as I said. Let's go with the first ingredient. This is bay leaf, dried bay leaf. If you have the fresh one, go for it. If you have a dry one, the better. So we're going to use about 5 leaves of this dried bay leaf. We're also going to be using peppercorn. This is a combination of the black and the white pepper. Actually, yeah, this is it. And this is also my brining solution for my corned beef. So that, and I have here cayenne pepper because we are in Louisiana, of course. Who doesn't eat spicy food here? No one. Gabriel loves spicy food, so we should do that.
Yum, yum.
Yum, yum. And also, we have to use sage. Sage is my go-to spice condiments for turkey, for any poultry, meat. So this is what we are using. We are also using some cloves. There you go. Shake it, shake it. That's the cloves. We're going to be using about 10 of the cloves. If you want to see how a cloves looks like, all right, I'll show you. There's also clove powder, but cloves usually comes, it won't come out. There you go, like this. It looks like a nail, little nail. Why do I compare it to a nail? But anyways, this is the cloves. All right, so we're going to be needing 10 of that. Since I already put that in here and my counter is clean, it all goes now to the brining solution. There you go, because I don't want to waste anything. So there's about 7 in there. So we're going to add a few more. All right, sorry, we're just showing you the recipe yet, but I already started that. So, of course, we're going to be using salt. Usually, I use iodized salt for this because it's just going to be thrown away afterwards anyways. And iodized salt really give bold flavor. And we're also going to be using some rosemary. Okay, few of this rosemary. And then, of course, because I'm Filipino, this is where it varies. I'm going to be putting some soy sauce. And I'm going to be putting some sugar. All right? So, sugar, soy sauce, salt, cloves, sage, rosemary, cayenne, and bay leaf, and my white pepper and black pepper. Actually, this is my corned beef solution. So I am going to get the real salt. I'm going to get the real white and black pepper container, and I will put that in there. So, are we good? We are good. And let's not forget, we need some garlic and we need some onion. So I'm going to be using 1 onion here and 1 head of garlic here, okay? So that's what we're going to use. So this is basically what I did with the garlic. I smashed it and then I chopped it. Same thing with the 1 onion. I just cut it into this sizes, okay? So it's all going to our brightening solution. All right, so let's finalize the recipe or the ingredients. So this is 10 pounds of turkey, frozen young turkey, to a 10 cups of water, to a 1/2 cup of iodized salt, 1/4 cup sugar. No, 3/4 cup. Sorry. Let's repeat. Okay. So we have here 1/2 cup of iodized salt. We have 1/3 cup of 1/3 cup of sugar, and we have 1/4 cup of soy sauce. We have about 5 bay leaf, 5 leaves of bay leaf, dry bay leaf. Remember, this is the clove. I already put about, so this is the leftover because I wanted to put 15. This is 1 tablespoon of, no, that's not 1 tablespoon. Yeah, I use 1 teaspoon. This is the teaspoon right here. 1 teaspoon of thyme. Not thyme. Oh God, no, it's really Thanksgiving, huh? I'm already in that mood. So this is 1 teaspoon of thyme and 1 teaspoon of rosemary. And that's it. That's it. And of course, let's not forget our cayenne pepper. I'm just going to dash it. So I'm going to be using 1/4 teaspoon of this, okay? So let's start the process here. So in here, where the cloves already are, let's just add this ingredients, the one that I showed you. And so that's the bay leaf, the rosemary, and the sage, and the cloves. And now we're putting the soy sauce. We are putting the sugar. And we are putting the salt. Okay? It all goes there. And we are going to combine this. Why I use this? Because it's convenient. It's easy. I can just mix it together, and in a few, I'm going to use a whisk to incorporate all this flavor before I start adding the onion and the garlic. Alright, now we're gonna whisk to really make sure that the flavors are well incorporated. And I just have to point out, I forgot one very important ingredient to this. That is the Worcestershire sauce, or the I call it Worcestershire, but it's Worcestershire, they said. It's from Worcester, New York, the terminology, so don't get me on that, you know. It's already Thanksgiving night, and I have a lot of things to do. And so that's why I can't find words today. Plus, I am sick, but still making something here for the family and for all of you guys to have an idea with this Thanksgiving. All right, this is what we're talking about here. Yep, this is the Worcestershire sauce. I have a hard time looking for it since, look at my pantry. It's all in there. And so I have to find it. All right, so let's guesstimate here. I'm putting 1 tablespoon. Okay, 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce or Worcestershire sauce, whatever you call it. That's it. All right, so, and also we're just going to put some pepper here. We're just going to grind some freshly ground pepper, about 1 tablespoon also. Okay, I'm not going to show you how to do that. It's hard to film while grinding it, but we're putting some pepper. Either white or black pepper, but I prefer black because it's a turkey. Okay? All right, so if you see those little brown specks there, that is the pepper. And now we are going to place our onions. And we are going to put the garlic too. And we are going to boil this one. And then let it cool. And then we're going to submerge the turkey in there. All right, and we're just going to mix. I imagine this is like adobo ingredients without the vinegar and without the what else is missing? Yeah, this is like basically an adobo marinade for me, but I'm gonna use this as a brine for my turkey. But it has other spices too, the American traditional spices in here. So this is good because this is my recipe every year, okay? Every year. All right, so while we're waiting for the brine to boil, we are working on our turkey right now. I'm going to open this one, wash it, and make sure it's clean before we start brining this or submerging this into the brine solution. All right, so this is how the turkey looks like, okay? It's all cleaned. And don't forget, please, reminder, okay, if it's your first time, if you're a Filipino coming to the US for the first time and try to put a Thanksgiving little lunch together, tips for you guys. Right here, where the neck part is, this is where I grab this part here. It comes in a paper bag like this. Please do not do not forget about this, because you might end up like putting this big chicken in the oven already with this inside a bag. Okay, so inside comes gizzard and atay or liver. That's it. You have to rinse it. You have to wash it very well. All right, so let's come over on this side. Make sure you clean it. Rub salt on it to make sure it's clean. I am not putting this in my turkey. Just this one, I'm going to bake it. But this one, I'm not putting it in because I'm using it for the stuffing. I make rice dressing. So I will ground it up with the rest of the sausages and won't be placing this. But this, I will have to put this in the brine. Okay, turkey looking nice and clean. Okay, that's how the turkey looks like when it's not yet cooked. And this is, I don't know what they call it. I call it my push button or the turkey indicator button when you know that when you bake it and it's cooked. So please also remove this one. Make sure you don't bake your turkey like this. It's okay to brine your turkey with this, but when you bake it, remove this and change it into a yarn. You know, kitchen twine, the one that's safe for eating and baking. That's what you're going to replace this with. I'm just making sure that you're not making mistake. As I said, this is the cavity where I got the liver and the gizzard. That where they wrap it in a paper. This is where usually it is located, and the neck is usually stuffed in here. So when you clean the turkey, make sure you are making all those things, like making sure there's no stuff, there's no meat organs here and no neck in there. when you try to bake or even when just brining it. So that's why I'm gonna put a title on this as how to brine the turkey if your first time and how to prepare the turkey when it's your first time preparing a turkey for Thanksgiving lunch or dinner, and especially if you're Filipino coming from the Philippines and for the first time making a Thanksgiving dinner. Alright, so let's continue. Let's check over here. The brining solution is boiling away. It smells like adobo. That's how usually it smells. My Thanksgiving smells like adobo and something else, right? Because of the sage and the rosemary that we placed in there. So I'm going to leave it boiling for a few more. Maybe boil it about 5 minutes. When it starts to boil, turn it off, and then you can start putting the ice that I prepared. That ice is about 3 cups of ice just to cool off the solution or the brining solution. I don't have to put more water because the ice itself is cool enough, because I want really the turkey to you know, to be submerged with the brining solution. And of course, you know, use your common sense, ladies and gentlemen. If you have a bigger turkey, of course, you can double the amount of the water that I place and double the ingredients. But for me, this is just for a 10-pound turkey because I don't need a big one. But if you have a big party, double it, triple it, as you may. Alright, let's turn this thing off, and we are going to be placing the ice in a few. Alright, since I already turned off the heat, I'm going to cool it off. Just keep stirring it until it cools down a bit, and then I'll put the ice, because I imagine if I put the ice right away when it's still boiling, it's not gonna be, you know, we're just gonna end up melting the ice and it doesn't serve its purpose. So wait about 30 minutes of cooling this one, just stirring it, and then we'll place the ice. Alright, I let you in my freezer, okay? So you owe me big time. While I'm working on, I'm looking for the ice that I made, okay? Alright, this is the ice that I'm talking about. Just this small ice, but it's gonna cool off the brine. Alright, it's really nice to have a freezer so you can really store the things that you want. If you are a little nosy about my freezer, I have my homemade tocino and my homemade chorizo in there. Yeah, that's how I do it. That's how I roll in the house. Everything is homemade. All right, no preservatives. So going back here, what if the ice that I place here and you put the turkey and it doesn't submerge all through the solution? So a simple solution is add water, right? Add water, and that's gonna seal the deal. But for me, this and plus a little bit of the ice will already submerge the turkey into this brine solution. So that is my my say, or that's my opinion to that. Just add water. Or you might say the water, if you add water, shall you add salt? Use your discretion. Yes, you can. So let's say in every cup of water you place, add 1/2 teaspoon of salt, if you may. But you don't have to, but if you want, you can. Alright? Alright. Let's start putting the ice in there. So this is a little workout though. Trying to get the ice from here. Or trying to get the ice from the Ziploc bag. You have to destroy the Ziploc bag, of course, if you wanted a fast job. Alright, finally, I was able to remove it. So let's go. Last time. Just stir it. Because you're going to cool it off. And there you go. Bye, ice. See you in a few. So when this ice is almost melted or incorporated to our brine, then we shall wait for a few more minutes, making sure that the water is really on room temperature before we start submerging the turkey. The iceberg is so hard to melt. I'm working on it. This big iceberg, like the Titanic iceberg, right? It's hard to melt. So just keep doing that, and then it'll just go through its course. We can never escape steps, right? We have to go through it. So finally, the ice is melted. So we're going to put the turkey. Ma, can you help me? Can you put the turkey in here? Can you make it? Yeah. Ugat, no? Alrighty. So turkey is in. And I know it didn't submerge all throughout, but I am going to flip this. I'm going to time every 3 hours and flip, until tomorrow, 24 hours after. So, okay guys, that's how I brine the turkey the Casa ni Grance way, the way Queenie makes it. It's actually a traditional turkey brine with a little bit of a twist because we added soy sauce and we added something else to it, okay? So, alright, so I know I didn't show you how to toss, flip, and turn this turkey every 3-4 hours because it didn't really submerge throughout the brine, but we did that, and you know how to do that, so I don't have to explain it to you. So this time, it is that time of the day when we need to get the turkey to rinse, or I don't know. I'm not making sense today. You know, I'm Filipino, so my English is sometimes fading, right? So we are going to rinse this turkey here in the sink, right? So my husband's going to help me with that. And I will be the one to turn on the... Don't try your best not to put it on the sink because salmonella, you know? Alright, and we're going to, while he's doing that, we're also going to pour this in there because we don't need that anymore. Alright. Okay, you can put this back in here. Yep. Why you're rinsing it? Because the brine is, of course, salty. So, if you need to rinse it again, go rinse it again. So, remember this part that we removed from the turkey that I told you to remove from the turkey? Okay, you are going to switch that using a twine or a kitchen twine. So, you can do it however you want. You can include this one, love. There you go. There's no certain really way to tie it, but as long as you secure it all together, that's the best part of it. All right. Okay, so then make sure to tuck in your wing part so it would look fancy when you put it in the oven. So now I'm gonna get some butter and put butter inside. So here, butter isn't salted, so I'm gonna put some salt. I'm gonna put some more sage. And over here we have lemon and onion. So we're gonna put salt also. And then the lemon, this one here goes to the cavity or the turkey crevices, and the lemon goes in there too. All right, stuff it inside the turkey cavity or crevices, and also put some butter in there. All right, stick some butter in there. And this part right here, we are going to open it up a bit, make a slit, but slowly, because you are going to tear this part here if you're not careful about it, okay? So slowly get your finger in there and start placing this butter inside, okay? So I'm gonna pause this video for a while because I'm gonna have to make sure that I got all the skin up to or how do you call this one? I make sure that the skin is taut or whatever you call it up to here, and then we're going to place that all the way up here, the butter, and we are going to do the next procedure. All right, so Melvin starts stuffing the butter inside, and look, the turkey doesn't really look so good right now, but believe me, that when that goes down, up and down, it's gonna get so much flavor. So the rest of the butter, I will try to put some soy sauce in here, and then we're going to glaze this butter and soy sauce concoction into the whole turkey skin. It's right there. Can you get it, love? All right, I'm gonna mash it a bit. Maybe it's more. It's right there. All right, I'm gonna have to get it myself. Okay. All right. So use your hands. You know, the best tool in the world is your hand, and just massage all of this butter and soy sauce concoction into your turkey. Okay. And I'm actually going to ask Melvin to lift the turkey up because we're going to put this also at the bottom of the turkey. So, 1 second. All right, flip your turkey. Same procedure, same thing. Soy sauce and butter and sage in there, even to the armpit of the turkey. Casa ni Grense is comedy, you know what I mean? We are true people here. Nagpapakatotoo lang. Okay, can you flip it back? And then on this side too, sa may hita ng turkey. And also, okay. All right, so that is the principle behind it. So we are going to transfer this now into the roaster, or if you are going to bake this, you transfer it, of course, to your baking sheet. And but for me, since we're going to be roasting it, we are going to cut some onion and celery and carrots, and I'm going to place that in there right now. All right, so this is our roaster here. We are going to place at the bottom the cut up vegetables. That's the onion, the carrots, and the celery. And Melvin is going to pour some wine, about 1/4 cup wine. Careful. A little bit more. And also, we're going to be putting some Sprite. All of it. That's 1/2 cup of Sprite. Alright. And at this point, I'm going to grab some chicken seasoning, and I am going to place that in there. This is one of my secret ingredients. Chicken seasoning. So, okay, so we are going to season this. And we are going to place the turkey in here and now. Lab, I need the turkey now. Alright. If you don't have, just put Knorr cubes.
Ito na.
Yep. And here's the star of the show, the turkey. Alright, so you're gonna put the turkey this way and season some more with the seasoning. It's gonna make or create a wonderful flavor. And you can add more time to this. All right, and we also don't want to waste the neck part of the turkey. We also have the gizzard, and we also have the atay. So that's how I make my turkey. And I'll put more sage. Flavor, people, flavor. I know it's an overrated turkey, but hey, that's how I make it here in Casa ni Grense, Cooking and Lifestyle with Queenie. Now, how you make your turkey, how you cook your turkey, depending on the pounds of the turkey. So, please check the poultry guidelines. It's on internet. So, with this one, this is 10 pounds. So we are going to cook. We are going to hold on. All right, so we're going to be putting more sage. And okay, guys, with regards to the cooking process, with regards to the temperature, for the oven, it's recommended that it's 325 degrees Fahrenheit and 15 minutes per
Roughly 15 minutes
pound. 15 minutes per pound. But with the roaster, we already know that this roaster will take 4 hours for turkeys that are 10 pounds.
No, 3 hours.
Or more. Well, we used to do a 15-pound turkey and it took 4 hours. But this one is a 10 pound. So we'll probably cook less on this one. Well, anyways, there's always a chart on Google or YouTube on all of this. So we are going to rest this turkey for now because this is overworked turkey already. So we are going to show you how to baste it every now and then. And we will see you in a few. All right, guys. So me and husband or hubby is arguing here because, yeah, for a 10-pound turkey. Here, let me show you this. Okay, this is not mine. I just research on this. So, roasting time for 10 to 18 pounds turkey, it's 3 to 3.5 hours. If it's unstuffed, it is 3 to 3.5 hours. If it's stuffed, it's 3 to 4.5 hours. So there is a big difference if it's stuffed or not. Okay, there is. So here, I'm gonna try to let you maybe take a picture of this or take a note of this so you won't be confused because it's confusing. But for us in the roaster, we are so used to it that with the 10 to 15 to 18 pounds of turkey, we usually do 4 hours tops. And what we do there as a secret, it's always 400 degrees Fahrenheit. We don't lower it or higher it, because what we do afterwards later on, we are going to put that in the oven. We are going to put it on we're gonna put it on we are oh my goodness, it's been a long Thanksgiving preparation. What I meant is after 4 hours later of cooking it on 400 degrees Fahrenheit, we are going to broil it for at least 15 minutes on low. And then we're gonna increase it to high broil for 2-3 minutes just to get the skin, into the nice brown appearance that we wanted. So, anyways, I will show you in a few what we're gonna do next. 30 minutes and let's see how it looks like in here. Okay, so we're gonna have to start basting, okay? If you don't have this, then just improvise. Use some ketchup squeezer or something that's gonna help you, or just get a spoon and baste it like this. Okay, same process, back and forth, just keep basting it. I would say every hour open it up and baste it so that your turkey is going to be moist. And be careful with your liquids. If you run out of it, just add more chicken stock or add more water. Don't add more Sprite. Alright, that's how you baste a turkey. Moving our turkey to the oven right now. Alright, we're going to broil the turkey in there for tops 3 minutes or 2 minutes just to get the color. I'm not even gonna close the oven. I'm just gonna open it. The turkey's already cooked through. We just need to... Okay, well, alright, let's close it for a second. See how the broiler acts as a torch, giving color to the turkey. Alright, it's really making its little burn marks right now. Alright, it's time to turn off the broiler. It's done. There you go, guys. After 5 days of labor. No, I'm just kidding. After, 24 hours of making this turkey, from the brining to the basting and the baking and everything, or broiling, it takes a lot of effort to make a good meal. This is not burnt, okay? This is the way I really want the turkey that would look like. It's a rustic turkey design. I ran out of leaves, but I will be placing more in there in a few. But anyways, that is our Thanksgiving turkey for everyone. Filipino spin, traditional style, but with a Filipino twist. This is Queenie saying, basta Ilonggo dishes ganiyan namit ged, but then trying other dishes is also delicious. Thank you, guys. Bye.